afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on folks. It's me, I'm always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, you know what today is? It's over the hump. It is Wednesday, the first Wednesday of May. You know, seemed like May just started no more than about a week ago, and now we're already to the first full week. We got some events coming up. This weekend is the New York Pro. It's going to be happening. You know, it's going to start Friday. Shout out to competitors who are competing there. Best of luck to you. Also, on Sunday is a special day for you who, like myself, I'm an orphan. You know, it's my mother and father been gone, but the 10th is Mother's Day, and that's a special day. As you know, my mother was my woman, and I miss her. I love her. So, whenever y'all, if y'all with your mothers, is she around or not around, please celebrate her. Please say thank you and please appreciate it. That what she did, the sacrifice she made to bring you to this world and things she does for you. Because our mothers are special women. If you may not have a good relationship with your mother, then maybe somebody who's a mother figure to you that took that place. So, folks, I have here a lovely lady, and she is originally from Japan. You know, one of my moniker is I am the national player of the Himalayas. So I'm Andrew Rome, and it's a pleasure to have her here. She just competed last month at the Tri-City Classic. She was in the top 5 in women's figure, and also she won the women's figure 40 plus qualification for 2027 Master O. We have here the lovely Mrs. Yukina Betz, and she
Yes.
is an amazing lady. Her story of how she got into bodybuilding, her path, her growth as a competitor, and we're going to have her share us with us. So, as you say, what's the terminology, ma'am? I say konnichiwa. Because
Konnichiwa. Yes. Hello.
konnichiwa, yes. My Japanese is very very
Yeah.
and I appreciate your time.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
All right. So, Yukina, what got you started in sport, as I call it, muscle and masculinity? Please share.
Yeah, it's a long story, but well, I came in the US, I mean New York for dance. Like I was doing a hip hop dancing. So back in the day, I was doing a Ashanti's backup dancing or rap digger and then all that. Maybe we are like same age, so it's in the 90s time.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? But then I was just around, around a lot of female dancer, and they have nice curves and like look so nice. And after done my dancing time, I know I wanted to be those people, like superwoman looking, and from the side, it's like like a nice grooves and nice back, nice shoulder. Those dancer are just dancer, but they have a nice muscle. And for me to like grew up in Japan, like Japan is very small people and the skinnier is better. So I thought I was like skinnier is better. That's what I thought till came this country, like it's thicker is better, more carb is better, kind of. Well, it's everybody's different, but so then I got a little interesting, and it's just like bodybuilding is like art. Like it's not just build. You have to build own way. Like you know what I mean. So dance is the same way to show your how you feel to show the dance, right? But bodybuilding is the same way to like it's just art. I can make, let's say, Sydney, like the Olympian, the figure Olympian. I can make her body and I can make any other girl's body. So I'm like, oh, it's interesting, So I kind of started bodybuilding, but before that was a little bit of boxing. So like, I got into all these sports to bodybuilding. So
Yeah.
hooked on it.
Well, that's interesting. The whole thing with, I mean, those artists like Rod Digger, Ashante. I grew up in the '90s.
Right,
I
right,
used to
right,
listen to
right,
it. Yeah, I
right.
mean, that was class. That was, you ever do any music videos, or we just like stage or stuff like
Yeah,
that?
I did a lot of like BT or MTV, went to tour and stuff like that. Some I think it's in the YouTube somewhere, but yeah.
Probably
But
flash
yeah,
upon it.
back in the day I was this skinny. I was like 110 pound, 100 pound.
Back in the day, I wasn't even. how much was it? Maybe the lightest ever was maybe 200 because I'm a big country boy. You see right now, sitting right here, you know,
Yeah.
anything 100 I probably maybe 10 or 12. So
Right.
so and also mixed combat sports boxing. That's very interesting. What got you into that?
What so that's a little culture different things going on. So I grew up in a pretty much peaceful country. Japan is very clean, very peaceful. You're not gonna see the fight out there. But since I came this country, I was 19 by myself. All my family is in Japan. I'm by myself, and I've been going through a lot of stuff. But then I need to fight. If somebody fuck with me, I have to fight back to stand my own. So that's when kind of started it. Then I got into those muscle, looking woman. Like, it just looks nice. It's beast. It's bad girls. Like, it's nice that looks, you know what I mean? So that's when it started.
Well, Japan's also known for its martial arts, karate and
It
many other
does.
forms of jiu-jitsu, but not everybody knows it. It's I think to certain type of families and schools teach it, but not that. It's not everyday taught. And
Right.
come to America, yeah, it's a different experience. It's like some places can be like the Wild Wild West. They'll watch the old cowboy movies. They can be wild and crazy.
Right.
One of my jobs, I used to work in a gentleman's club, and sometimes we have, it's kind of funny to me. So you have all these half naked women, guys get kind of aggressive, but the problem is people just have issues and problems. We have here a guest, Ronald Grimson. He says this. He says yes, Yukini, Betz
You-
is the best. Oh, thank you, brother. Shout out to my
Thank
man
you.
Josh. From Josh Cynthia says, "What's good, George and Yukini and Empire Nation? What's good to you, brother?" So, when did you officially get into bodybuilding? What was the your first time competing, and what was that experience like for you?
So I did compete 2007 2016. I started with OCB. I
OCB
just compete
National.
the one, but I wanted to do the more, I like to go to the more bigger than people know, like NPC, IFBB. It's just everybody knows that bodybuilding. So I switched. Well, just compete the one time OCB, and then 19 no 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 19 2017. No, I'm sorry, 2016 is my first competition, the John Kemper in New Jersey. That was the amateur, the NPC amateur I did compete. And I think I took second or something like that. And I was just doing well. But also being Japanese. I'm Japanese citizen, so I couldn't compete the national show back in the day. Only I'm able to compete was Arnold. Arnold amateur
Because it's a
or
worldwide
Olympia
show.
amateur. That's all I had. I can compete. So every year I just go on Arnold, Arnold, Arnold. So then they changed the rule that I'm able to, long as you have a green card, like a residence, you can able to compete in a national level show. So that's when I got the pro card in 2021. So yeah, it was a little struggle because I couldn't compete to any national. I had a limit
Because
show. So
especially the thing is, if you're a U.S. citizen, you can compete in almost any regional and any national pro qualifier. But if
right,
you're someone from another country, you still technically not of
right,
this country. Then you have to do like shows like the Arnold or the amateurs because those are
amateur,
worldwide shows.
right.
And, yes. So what was the show you got your pro card at?
The Team Universe, Team U.
Uh, that's sponsored by Steve Weinberger, and
Yes,
that's right now he's
yes.
the guy who's also doing the New York Pro, and I think Team U is supposed to come this summer again. So, what's that experience like when they told you now you're IFB Pro?
It was it was like a little silent for me. Like it's not like yeah, or and I was like, oh, I took the pro card. But I was waiting for a long time. So after like a week later, I just realized, oh, okay, I got a pro card. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's experience is different. Especially, I've talked to ladies who competed for a long time, and when they get
Yeah.
that pro card, it just gets so excited. It feel like
Ye-
it's just
I
boom. But then
get
you got to
it.
realize, yeah,
Yeah, break down. You're like, yes,
yeah.
like
But
not me. I'm like, oh, me, yeah.
so
Yeah, till like after eat all these donuts, all this pizza after the show, and then finally I realize, oh, I got the pro card.
yeah, and then you, like I said, you have to start over from the beginning and become a pro because you got to come from the bottom. And you
Yeah.
made your pro debut the following year.
Actually, yes. I did the Masters, World Masters, in the Pittsburgh, the Gary Udit show,
Hmm.
and that surprisingly, my first pro show was Masters, and I took first place, and that was great, back to back. So I had a great year that time.
Hmm.
So then after that, I was competing like in either New York Pro, Texas, North Carolina, Atlanta, all the different competition that I did. But my goal was to the first was my goal to just get top 10, then trying to go top 5. So I was kind of taking the like seventh, eighth, sixth, like around that, you know. So this year, when I was in the tricep, I compete. I was able to get top 5. So I was happy. This year, I was really happy.
Yeah. Like I said, it takes time because I know ladies who competed for a long time and they never get the opportunity to get to the Olympia or even to
Yes,
crack into the top five or top 10 of a big show.
right.
And in Tri City, that's right there in Georgia because that's I'm from North Carolina. That's one of my neighbors down the south. We have to go through South Carolina to get to Georgia, but it's still kind of a neighbor. Folks,
Yes,
we're going to do while we have Yukina here. We're going to jump into her social media for a bit. If you want to follow her links and descriptions of this live. You want to check her out. You want to support her. Appreciate it. But guys, I say this all the time when I do interview these lovely ladies. She is a lovely lady. And I know you guys, you like these ladies that puffed up the muscles to get you excited. Yeah, but don't no weird stiff stuff. No, don't do that. Stop it. Get some help. Come on, have some
he
common
said, "Get
sense.
some help."
Yes, they do need help because hey, I hear stories and see things. I mean, it's just it's one thing you have one side of the guy saying she's trying to be a man with all her muscles, and then the other guy saying I like all her muscles. Can I
Yeah,
touch that?
true. Trust me, I always get like, oh, she's a he and this and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, my name is Jack. You know what I mean? I just fuck with them.
Yeah.
I don't even
So
care.
so we're gonna jump into her IG for a little bit. You want to follow the links in the description of this live. So here she is on the stage, and this was at the Texas, not sorry,
No,
the
try city.
Tri City, and and what was the feeling like that day for you up there?
What do you mean? What did you say? I'm sorry.
What were you feeling that day at the show?
Oh, I feel great. I especially like I was like I said, I used to be a backup dancer, so I love the stage. So in just a couple minutes moment, I'm trying to enjoy the stage. That's my thing. That I love it. Except if I'm not like my muscle is all like cramped up or anything like that, then I enjoy it. But yeah, right now on the stage, I'm cramping right now, but I made it.
Yeah, well, you look really good, especially from the back. Good conditioning. Good in the tie-ins, especially for a woman who's mature. Because you know what, you're not going to have that same level of muscle if you are a younger competitor or someone who just
Right.
has good genetics. So, what was the feedback from the show?
So feedback was on this, and my presentation is great. The balance is great. It's been since day one. The lats, I just need to be little wider lats. Well, they say that when I pose, feel like I can open more. So I need to work on the lats more, and also the glutes. Being an Asian, glutes is like forever. You know, we need to work on. It's just, it's hard. Like, we have a flat ass in the begin with. And
I
then this
said you
is the
did.
truth. This is the truth. Like, we have a flat, like glutes. So, if I've been trying so hard to build the glutes, and it just, it takes time, like you said, it takes time for me to build. But this year I have a long off season, so I'm definitely work on it. Like,
Hmm. Yeah,
some people just gift it.
yeah. That's why you see some, like, especially if you look at division like wellness, how so many of the more dominant, gluten hamstring connections are like the ladies from Brazil because they have those
Oh
natural
yeah,
aesthetics. You
yeah,
know, I think with certain people of certain minorities and individuals, it takes a lot more time to work and bring
yes.
conditioning. So this is one of the ladies from the show, and there's you here. I think actually look really good. You were really impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Not a
That
problem,
was
man.
last year.
Yeah. Well, man, it's my pleasure to tell a lady, as I'm a Southern gentleman, she's very impressive. Now, here she's doing some training. And I know you work with Ann in your training. Who else do you work with? Who's your main coach?
So she does all my training and the coach both.
Oh,
So she does
oh,
my dieting and also training.
that's good. And how long have
Yeah.
you and Ann known each other?
Wow. Was well, me and her started. That was like 2 years ago. Before I was just training with Jimmy Gideon and Shane Hughley. He was my coach for a long time since day one.
Yeah. That's good that you found each other and she's helping you out. And you feel like she really made the improvements for you
Oh
these
yeah,
last
big
couple of
time.
years.
Big
Yeah.
time. I mean, she's a great trainer, great coach. Also, she's a great motivation. So, she can, smack my ass basically. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you tired? Like, if you tired, just quit. You know what I mean? Like, she give me a great motivation. So it is
Yeah.
just awesome to have her. And also we live in New Jersey, so she live closer. So
Mhm.
she can see me not in the picture or video. She can see me face to face. So that really worked for me.
Yeah, I know. I interviewed her because there's quite a few. You like today's birthday is Big Jane. Today's a birthday. Happy birthday,
Yes,
Big
yes,
Jane.
yes.
Also, another lady who I met and did an interview with, Don Stanley. Yourself,
Okay.
her coach, Fred Biggie Smalls,
Yes,
Sheena
yes.
Olick. Sheena Olick is in Jersey. I met Sheena back in 2022 when I went to. I interviewed her in 2021. I met her in 2022 when I
Okay.
went to Savannah where she competed. I mean, I think there's a good crop of bodybuilders from Jerseys. So here's some pictures here from 2016, when 2021, and to
Fun,
2025.
fun.
It's evolution as you grow as an athlete.
I was so small.
Here's these pictures here where she's like a little bit, yeah, yeah. Wow, who's doing? I mean, I honestly, man, I could be professional. I mean, you know, you have a half naked Japanese woman in front of you, really buff, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna take a couple of showers. I'll be right back. So, who was the photographer that day?
Oh shoot. What's that?
Who was the photographer?
Oh no, I forgot the name. But a friend of mine, actually, that was a friend of mine. Oh no, that's well
Uh,
swimming. That was
uh,
Austin soon. Jeez.
you're a pretty good swimmer. I can't swim elite. I couldn't swim to save my life.
Yeah, yeah, pretty. I'm good for the sports. Like I swim as a kid. Also, I did the rhythmic gymnastics as a kid. That was my sports grew up. So
So you have a very athletic background growing up. What was that
yes,
like with you and your family?
what is that? My family. What did they say
Yeah,
about it?
yeah.
Like I said, Japan is still lately is bodybuilding got big. It's this couple years, but my parents was like, 70 when I started it. They was like in 60, late 60, but they don't understand it. So I don't say nothing much because especially Asian parents, they don't understand those like the half naked, basically, in the
Mhm.
bikini. So, but then I mean, my dad is passed away, but my mom is really right now, like, happy about, long as I'm happy, she's happy. She doesn't
Mhm.
understand what I'm doing, but, you know,
Yeah, I know that's the thing, especially with families, because you just something that's very extreme. Bodybuilding is considered very masculine, very manly. You're building muscles and putting onto a
Right,
feminine body.
right. So even again, here we go with the culture thing. It's like a Asian, I mean Japanese man looking at the woman like a very petite, small. That's the thing. So when they see me, muscle like that, kind of they be like, oh God, like little, they'll just back off a little bit. Same way my parents be like, what do you want to be? Why you want to be? Want to be, so big, but they don't understand it. So I'm not even explaining much.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've interviewed quite a few ladies of Asian descent, like ladies from the Philippines, a couple
Yeah,
of Chinese competitors, Chinese Americans. One, as you know, Big Jane, who's from Thailand.
Tyler, right, right.
Yeah, and also another lady from Vietnam who
Okay,
competes. I mean, it's bodybuilding like this. It's very a niche, small sport, but it really has expanded really worldwide. Was you wanted to do the Masters O last year, but couldn't make it because you couldn't get the win.
yes, that was the big dream for me to. I never compete in Japan, even though I'm Japanese. I started bodybuilding here, so that was a little my dream that take the first place here and then go to Japan. I call my mom to come see me and couldn't make it. So yeah, at least I made it to this year. So.
Yeah. Well, the promoter for that show, there was an issue that popped up. He didn't pay the competitors, and now he's banned. So that's never going to happen again. The big question is, I'm wondering we're going to have the Masters for next year.
What is it? Yeah, next year?
You wouldn't, yeah, next year. We figure we're going to have it at.
I have no idea, but I have a feeling that you think it might be US.
I think so too, because there's more master shows here than there's overseas. I think there may be two or three at the most that I think of, and most of the master shows like the Tri City, Triple O, the Puerto Rico did it. Also Chicago,
Right,
also Tampa. Quite a few this shows just exclusively masters. You
right,
know, so I think it would make more sense to have them here than go to all the
right.
way Romania or Japan.
Yes, that would be better. I think it's more people will show up too. I think.
Mhm. I know an interview a lady a while back. She wanted to do it back in 2023, but there was a visa, even though she lived in the States, there was some visa issues that she couldn't go to the show 2023. And she was qualified for 2025, but couldn't go. But if they have it here, then she would probably love to do it here because this is where she lives.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a convenience. I would love that. The Vegas will be nice.
I think it's because I think you
But
do
then
that
the
where the
same
lip is
time,
at.
yeah. But then same time, even the end was saying, like, the competition is a little excuse also to enjoy that different state or different country. Even I did compete the Charlotte, the North Carolina. I
Mhm.
loved it. I'm able to, I'm competing, but same time I can see the different states. So that is awesome too.
Yeah, Charlotte's just 2 hours away from where I stay at because I
Oh,
live in
okay.
I live in North Carolina, just 2 hours drive from where I stay at. No, the last couple of years they dropped figure from that show.
I
You
know,
know,
that's why I was upset. So this year, last year, so I was trying to go to North Carolina, and I'm like, oh no.
yeah, I think it's a lot of. I think with I think figure is getting that kind of stink eye, like women's physique and women's bodybuilding. Like it's not at the Arnold anymore.
Right,
There's another show that had it, the Legion. They dropped it, I think, last year. I mean, still y'all have still a little more shows than physique and women's bodybuilding. It's just I think when it comes to certain divisions, I think it's the ones that people like to see that are more feminine, where you wear like you wear high heels, but you're a little bit more well
right,
defined.
right, right, right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you look at some of the girls in wellness, they're getting
Oh,
just as buff.
unbelievable. That wellness category is just man's dream category, I guess. That's
Well, it's all right. If personally, yeah, I do like a chick with a fat booty, but
right, right, right.
yeah,
I bet,
yeah,
right.
yeah, I do. But I think to me, it's about the look and the style. Like there's one division. Excuse me. Every time I mention it, it's an offense to me. It's called fit model. Excuse me. Hot print. I mean, it's. I mean, a friend told me I shouldn't do it. You know what? Because I don't care. Because I feel like this is my mindset of it. Your braiding division is supposed to be a reboot of the division supposed to be. And now after a while, because you start as an amateur, you come into, you're going to change and evolve.
Mm.
It's like, is anybody, you've been following sport for quite some time, is anybody you really pay attention to that you admire their work ethic, their physiques, and just their ability to really bring in some great shape?
Hmm. You know what? I look so many like a female competitor, like even the wellness. I just love looking like how how you can build like that. But I never had any particular person. Oh, I love Lola actually. I do love Lola's body type, smaller waist like a petite, but they just round muscle. But the thing is, I'm not trying to too much getting into it because I cannot be her. You know what I mean? Like I wish I can, but I can't. You know?
Yeah.
I wish I can be that girl, but I can't. I wish I can do wellness. I can't because it just I got this, but I gotta work on this, bone structure. Everybody got the different body type. So I can't keep looking at you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be like that. I want to be like that. No, I need to work on this. Like, so that's kind of later on. I figured it out myself. All right, I'm Japanese. I got this. I don't have this. Okay, so what am I gonna do to trying to compete to, those girls right here. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking like that way now.
Yeah, I mean, Lola's amazing. I'm a fan of Lola Montez. I think she has a great look to her. I honestly was hoping she was going to win Olympia last year. I think to me she, but I think there's a lot of stuff going around politics like that. I mean, and you mentioned earlier Sid Gillen. As you know, she was top of the game. Here she is with one of my favorite female bodybuilders, women
Oh
bodybuilders, I
yeah.
would say, Andrea Shaw.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
a fan of Andrea because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this cool story.
She's amazing.
A friend of mine, her name is Eunice, and Eunice I always want to promote her. She runs a company called Bad Rap. They
Okay.
they do they do a lot of promotion and all the sponsorship for competitors, and also they sell products. This is one of the hats I got it for my friend. I went to Tampa back in 2020 last year, and I got to
Okay.
hang out with her and help her. And here she is, me, Eunice, and David Lee Roth in the middle.
Okay.
And yeah, that was great for me to meet him. I mean, that's a legend. And Eunice was about a few years ago. It was like right after a week after my birthday. She says, "George, I got something sent for you to mail." I said, "What is it?" So it was this issue of Muscle Development. I used to collect these back in the day when I was a kid.
Eh,
And this was made special for me is just that not just that Andrea's on the cover, but this was like 2023 when she met her at the Olympia that year, and she signed it for me. And for me, it's a highlight. And then here,
yeah.
so many women like I really admire and respect her. Like right here, it's like we met a while back, and that is
Oh,
10-time champion Miss Iris Kyle. I know she does a lot of work in and out of Japan. Her and her partner
yes.
Hideki.
Yes, she does. I mean, I only met her in the U.S. at the show, but her and
Hideki.
Hide Yamagishi, they always go to Japan and they promote a lot of shows, and she's big in Japan,
Yeah,
big
I
time.
wish I wish people had more respect for her here because I think she really had a great look to her. They always say reason why Brian's body didn't fell because of you can't blame it on her because like anything, it's the evolution of the division. You look at the guys now, you look at the men now. We go back to the classic bodybuilders to the guys currently. I mean,
Yeah.
I even got to when I was in Tampa, I got to meet Derek Lungford. I didn't know he was that short. You know, but as a woman in sport, what would you like to see change? What would you like to see benefit you as a competitor?
What do I want to see? I never thought about that.
That's a good question.
Hmm. What need to be changed? Wow. That I need a minute to think about it. What do you think? What do you think
Well,
it need to be changed?
well, one thing, especially when it comes down to, because as women, y'all do have costs when it comes to, because this is what me and some people talk about. The IFBB is only pro league professional sport in which you're not really making a living off of,
No.
because you're mostly, as a friend would say
Right.
like this, you're stealing from Peter to pay Paul, and you women have costs, expense, counting travel, food,
Suits
suits.
cost like crazy.
And then we get to show you have to get your makeup done, your hair done,
Tanning.
your tanning.
Hair.
The guys got to wear a pair of banana hammocks and board shorts. That's
That's
it.
it. And then you know what? Also, I was wondering why is the masters have to pay for it, but then the open don't need to pay
Well,
for that
well, I was
entry.
told because mass is not as popular, and because a lot of the mass competitors are a lot older. Many of them, if your kids are grown or you don't have kids, you have money to burn more than you are.
No, I don't. I'm having money to burn.
That's the mindset some people say because that's why you see a lot of ladies in 40 to 50 because but then again it's expense. It costs y'all much more because you might do maybe I think you did both 40 and 45 and 50 at the last show. Was it
Which one?
which classes you did? You just did 40 and you did the open. You did 40
Open the
and
40.
yeah. And I think they
I'm not
had
50 yet.
not 50 yet. Okay, that's good. So you're safe. So you can
Safe,
do
safe,
like
safe, safe.
so you're safe. So you're safe. You're just doing 40 and open. That's it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I can if I want to I can do 45 to up, but only reason I won't because that's not gonna qualify to, Masters Olympia. So I trying to do 40 and the Olympia the open. That's what I've been trying to compete. But yeah, that'd be nice if a little more less. Cause it feel like it's getting every year getting higher, 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 higher. You know.
Yeah, it's one expense because again, it's not just sport. If you're the lucky few that can make a living off of it, you like someone Andrea or Lola or some others. Some women have to find way to make money if you have a job, a career. Some women do stuff outside of it because bodybuilding is such a very extreme sport,
Right.
and it can be easily fetishized, sexualized, and that's how some women make their money doing sessions or doing videos stuff like that. But again, it's not for everybody. It's about for
Right,
what you
right.
want is your in your path.
I'm just doing a like well, I do have a posing like I coach posing more likely target in Japan. But I do posing coach and then I just like to do the regular job. So I did train people, but I'm not too big on stay in the gym. That's my hobby, bodybuilding. That's what you're talking about, right? About the job?
Hmm.
Yeah. So actually, I am security, but I just like to separate, completely separate with my hobby in bodybuilding and in my job. I kind of like to separating because I just can't be stay in the gym forever. I just like to give myself focus just in and out. That's just my style. So I always totally looking for the job that totally different thing.
Hmm. And also, you have your own little business on the side. You and another partner. You do
Yeah.
some training and coaching. And how long you been doing that?
No, that's more like we do seminar and we do more mainly posing. But before the Kobe, what we was doing is like people who live in Japan, like Japanese people who want to compete the local show in the US. We just support, we just pick them up in the airport and then just take them to the competition. And most likely they don't speak English, so I'm just backstage and explaining, and that's what kind of business we was doing. And but then Kobe messed up, and also the money is not good right now. With the yen is not good, so not a lot of people want to come this way much to spend it. Plane tickets cost like almost like a 2-3 grand and all that stuff. So we just right now focus on more like a posing. Cause not a lot of figure girl. Japan has like a lot of physique in the bikini, but we don't have much figure or physique or bodybuilder. It's not too many people, so I'm just trying to coach them how to pose for the figure, and then hope I can help them out to get there.
Hmm.
So that's what I've been doing for.
Yeah, that's good. You're doing good work because it's good, especially come to a country like America. You're a stranger. You don't know the language. Things going on because we came here. You had to learn how to fight.
Right.
And it's good that you and your partner. And what's your partner's name? She was working with her.
Oh, the
And she was
joy,
yeah, and
joy.
she's a
Yeah.
better too, right?
Yeah, she just got the pro card in Italy. The master of the masters.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I think it's Europe Masters. I think that's in Milan.
Hmm?
I think it's Euro Masters in Milan. I believe it's in Milan or is it? There's a
Yeah,
couple of
I think so. That was
yeah,
when yeah.
yeah, because I
So
know.
she's gonna do Canada or something too. That's gonna be her debut in a couple months, I think.
Oh, so it's like somebody could do in Toronto Pro, or there's a Vancouver, or there's a couple of shows because there's, and
Yeah,
she's also a figure competitor, or she does bikini.
she's a bikini.
So she got any show she can want. Bikini got 500,000 shows. So,
Exactly. They got so many. So
so what folks want to do? I saw this interview she did, and this was her first interview after her pro debut. That was at the World Champion Pro Masters, and it was in 2022.
okay.
Uh, and I found this interview because I'm always trying to research on somebody, and I found the interview. It's a pretty good interview, and she looks really good here. Wow, she looks about as dark as me. That's
I
tan.
know. I know. I was so dark there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought you might be a sister. So,
I know. I
yeah.
know. Tell me about it. I'm
Here's the
Shanae.
yeah. Here's the interview. Here it is. Here we go.
Here with
Oh no.
NBCNewsOnline.com at the 2022 IFBB Pro League Masters World Championships. And I'm here with Yukina, who walked away with the 40 and over first place for figure. How are you feeling?
I feel amazing. I don't think I never feel that good in my first pro show today, my pro debut. So, yes, so I'm really excited and I feel really good.
Amazing. So, when did you turn pro?
Last year at the Team U,
And how long have you been competing for?
I've been competing like 7, 8 years.
Wow. So, what actually got you into competing? Like, why did you choose to do figure?
Oh boy.
First of like I love that woman with muscle. That is just so cool. Look like a superwoman, like a
Oh.
superhero kind of. So that's what I like the look. Since then, like I just love to build the muscle and more I train and more and more I want that physique, that V shape and you know, that's how I wanted it.
Oh, absolutely. I was talking to one of the guys backstage, and even though I'm a bikini pro, I would say figure is my favorite division.
Yeah, she's still sexy and then muscle and it's just the little feminine side and muscle and the strong side. So that's what I love about it.
Oh, yes. And I know I asked you this before we started filming, but who in the bodybuilding industry inspires you the most?
I don't really have particular one
I
because
say same
I think
thing.
all the women out there is amazing, but I'm Japanese and I got the Asian body in the begin with, so I cannot be a certain person. Like I respect them, but I cannot be them. So I look and everybody, all the women out there inspire me, but I'm trying to be me.
I love that answer. That was perfect. Do you want to thank anybody before you head out?
Yes, my coach Shane Ugri and my trainer Ann Goober and my current trainer Jimmy Gigian. They're most three awesome people around me that helped me get here. So
Awesome. Well, congratulations
thank
again.
you.
You're welcome. This is Skylar Lanier with NBCNewsOnline.com signing off.
Well, that was really nice. Your first time, you did a pretty good interview. You really expressed yourself. You should
This
be proud of yourself,
is
because
terrible. My Japanglish. Oh my gosh, it's embarrassing.
you know what. I'm from the South,
Okay,
and you ever come down? You've been to North Carolina, and there's some places where some people talk like, when you hear me speak, I don't have that very heavy South. So that because when I was a
right,
kid, my sister, she was the oldest one. She used to babysit us younger kids. There was like six of us, and my
right.
sister used to watch oldest. I was like next to last, and I was made to watch educated television because I was such a handful. And I had this little, I don't have, I used to, people used to ask me, where you from? Because you don't sound like you're from around here, because I don't have this heavy accent.
Yeah,
It
you
peeps in
don't
every
right.
now and then. But I know people when you say far, you say, you mean far from here? To know far. You might say bear. Say bear. Say bear. Bear, bear. It's just And I've interviewed ladies from other countries, from Mexico. I interviewed Big Jane. I interviewed ladies from Europe. And I think everybody's, it's where you're at, where you're from. But then you come to America, you learn something. And English is not a perfect language. There's people here that English, even though it's their birth language, it's not their best language.
Right, it's hard. But the Asian accent is terrible, I think. Some other country or some, country accent, it's nice and sexy. But like Asian accent is always just like
You want like a British or like a French accent over time. What's the thing?
right, like in Russian or Spanish, but well, yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
everybody
do
said
it.
if you hear like a Chinese say, you want fry? You want furry that? You're not that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Well, that's the thing is everybody's is going to be different. Shout to a man, Ron saying this says, is Yukini Betz going to post more videos on her YouTube channel? I love it. Yeah, you have a YouTube channel. Or when did you start a YouTube channel?
I do have a YouTube channel, but like me and my, the other partner, the Joy, she we do it, but it's all Japanese. It's to like towards more in Japan. So if you wanna hear the Japanese, it's there.
Well, maybe somebody get to learn something. They get to learn
Yeah.
something from another culture, another tradition.
Yeah, if you go to Fit Chicks by Yukina and Joy and it's pop up in the YouTube, but
Yeah.
nobody not gonna
Well,
understand though.
well, if guys still want to watch it, the link in the description of this live with all the other social media platforms. You want to check it out. If you're somebody who is very fluent in Japanese, or maybe you might need to learn a little something. Like most of my Japanese, like I learned from was TV. Like I remember an episode when Big Bird went to Japan, and I learned the word Ohio for this morning, or
Yeah, good
Domi
morning.
arigato, and
Yeah, thank you
those like
very much.
yeah, and Ichiban, that's number one. Number one. 'Cause I
Number
learned that from
one.
KRS One, the rapper, Ichiban, number one rap song,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Or the most famous one is like, thank you very much, Mr. Roboto, the Domo Omagato, that's the way.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think the Asian culture has influenced, some people. Like, one group you probably me cross paths through the time of the dance, the Wu-Tang Clan. They, very inspired by the Chinese.
Yes. Yeah.
Japan's been very popular. I think maybe by the 80s, it was really a kind of a prejudice because of, they're coming here and buying cars and stuff like that. But the thing
Right.
is, I remember this guy say like this: it's not like they want to buy to take over America. It's like they want to be part of America, want to be part of the tradition because this idea America has. But right now, yeah, I guess not too great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, like what's it like for you now? Like, as a woman in the sport, as this over time has evolved, what do you feel is a thing that really could help it to stabilize it? Where you look at women now in divisions like figure, where you're seeing girls who are coming in who are just as big as should be doing physique. You're seeing women in physique who's just as big who could do women's bodybuilding. It's just, I don't know what you feel like is the problem with how the division has evolved over time.
I don't know, but like every year getting bigger and bigger, and I can't catch up anymore. So, I, yeah, it's. I feel like okay now bikini wellness figure. I see, and also bodybuilder. but it I can see. But the lady figure feel like getting little bigger. To physique and the figure, it's like it's kind of like little close to it. Sometimes I see the computer like, no, she's a figure. She is so freaking big, you know. So, I, yeah, so I don't know. I can't even say anything with this. Like,
Well, I remember I was doing an interview with Ann. I pulled this picture of her when she competed at the Triple O back in
yes, yeah. hmm
2024, and that's Tessa Betts. She also was at Charlotte. I think it was the same year you were together at Charlotte, wasn't y'all that same year? And if you look at Tessa and you look at Ann, you would think one is women's bodybuilder, one is maybe physique.
Yeah, I
You know,
agree. Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, it's. I think one thing is I go with the judges where they tell you girls to get bigger, get more size. But the thing is, if the criteria is supposed to be about like one ladies tell me, you want that nice lean taper look. You want your waistline to be small. You
Right,
want
BJ.
good roundness in your shoulders,
Right,
but
right.
you don't want to be too big in conditioning where you look more closer to one physique than the other.
Right, but the realness is if you're not lean, you're not gonna win. So I'm a little confused about that part too, but yeah, it's getting like a little harder because when I started it, I think who was it? Who was it before the Sydney?
I think there was Trish Warren. She was very popular, and
What
then
is
there
it?
was I
Um,
forget. I
Watson.
didn't
What is that? What's her name?
was
But
or was
yeah,
it?
anyway, when I started it, it was more petite, like, you know what I mean? So I got little, I was happy because Sydney was always winning for a long time. So I feel like Sydney was making the figure little more compact, but the nice around the muscle. That's what I thought. Like she was taking the first place, but she was holding the figure model like the petite way, you know what I mean? But now she's gone. It feel like oh, I was wondering who's gonna win. Like you know what I mean after the Sydney because she was very compact, but really balanced, nice around muscle and very elegant. You know, it's really class and it was nice. But now feel like it's getting bigger. So I don't know. Feel like I just gotta put more muscle or that point I don't know. Figure and the physique is very close.
Yeah, yeah. It's just the thing is, I think it goes back to the judges. They need to stick to criteria that's created. Sid
But then
was the
also who's gonna show up too?
oh yeah.
Like on you know when you line up in the stage, if he was all the like a little thicker girl is there, then some thicker girl's gonna win. You know, it depends on the who shows up to. I think is a
Yeah,
lucky, unluck.
who's there the right day, the right time? Like
Yeah, that's what I think. So DC, I think feel like it was the right time. Right show for me.
mhm. it was
So
yeah, it was impressive lineup. Shout out to Ashley Howell who won at your show, and a couple of ladies also did. One lady, I think she did like at least her fourth show I think it was her second show that month. I think Adela, she did. I think she did she did Triple O. Then she did Tri City. Then she did
Puerto
um,
Rico.
Puerto Rico, and then she did the Battle of the Bodies. Uh,
Yes.
I think she did
I
one
don't
year.
know how they do it. I cannot do it. That
I
back
mean,
to back. I have so much respect for them.
that's and then again. She's coming from another country, and she's
Yes.
jumping. Somebody, I mean, she might have a sugar daddy or something. I don't know. We got a shout out to here to this is shout out to my man here. Give me a second because sometimes my eyes get a little funny. I get my old man glasses on. He says, shout out to my man here. And, creator. I'm gonna call him creator. I'm gonna miss your name. He says this. Give me a second. Just make you kind of funny. He says this. He says, looking strong. You know. Yes, maybe somebody
Thank you.
you might know you. I mean, somebody,
Thank you. I'm
yeah.
fat right now, but I was
You're
just
not. No, you're not.
yeah.
This is fat. Look at this.
No, no,
I get I get titties bigger than some women who are bodybuilders. This is fat. I'm fat bastard from Austin Powers. Yeah, eat the
Stop
baby.
it. Stop it.
Come on, that's not fat. This is fat. You're fit. You're
Yeah,
a woman
yeah,
who
yeah, yeah.
you're off season. You're
I am
getting
right. I'm healthy looking right now.
yes, you're
Yes.
healthy. You're
But yes,
healthy.
yes, I'm work. Yeah, but I'm enjoying the training though. Like when you have like when I have like weight, I can lift more heavier too. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the thing about bodybuilding is always the issue about body dysmorphia. Because some women, may not like what they look like. That's why you get into bodybuilding because maybe some psychological issues. And then there's the post-show blues when you put on that muscle, you get shredded. You get like there's an old smoke saying, Yukina, when you ladies rock hard, we'll rock hard. And it's just something. It's a beautiful thing we see, but we don't realize the discipline, the consistency, the training, the work you got to put into to build those physiques. Like, what's your week like during your training? What's training like for you during the week?
The training
Yeah.
meanings like cause right now I'm doing the two leg day, twice leg days, and the two. I know actually it's been legs days been twice a week. More likely one day is a leg and the one day is more focused on the glutes. So when I was training with Anne, like I do training with her legs and the back, and she pushed the shit out of me. So like sometimes I'm just like I just want to throw up and just crash. Like she's a beast. Yeah. Any man, I had a men trainer before, but the Anne is a beast. I'm not gonna lie. She will kick my ass every time, but then I love it because I won't do it if that was somebody else. You know what I mean? But she got the to like smack me around, so I love it. But yeah, I have a twice leg day and twice back day.
Yeah.
So mainly, well, the judge told me I don't need to get more bigger shoulder, and actually, I'm not working too hard for shoulder, but they keep building the shoulder for some reason. So must be my form is not right. Let's say the back workout, but then I'm using the shoulder or something. So that's why keep shoulder is building, but my back is not building. So I'm trying to focus on the back and the legs right now. So I'm started seeing a lot of wellness girls, glutes workout or like, trying to change a little different way to approach that to
Mhm.
training right now.
I know. I see a picture of Big Jane. She's hanging out with Tiff Sam, and
Okay.
her quads. I mean,
Huge.
she should be a
Holy
bodybuilder. Honestly, I know there's bodybuilders right now who, not just women, men who love to have her legs, just her quads. I mean,
yes.
her. I know wellness leg day is like it's casual. It's casual Sunday for them. It's just every day, and like when you're training, which your favorite one? And that one you say, "Shit, I don't want to do it today. I don't want to do it."
I hate leg day. Legs day. I just hate it. Especially when I train with Ed. The leg day was always Friday morning. We started like 6 o'clock in the morning. So for me to go to 6 o'clock in the morning, the leg days, I gotta get up early, really early. I gotta put the food in. 6 a.m. I'm like, I wanna throw up.
She has you crawling out of out of that gym like, I can't walk. It's
Trust
like
me, my first day I trained with her, I just wanted to quit. Like I'm like, no, I don't want to come back to training with her because it's just crazy headache and then just I wanted to just like right away.
Well, that's the thing is, I think everybody has that thing that they love the most about training and the thing they hate the most about it. But it's part
Yeah.
of your development as you grow, as you improve. Which you feel like is your best overall physical feature? I know you talk about your shoulders. What you feel like is that your best physical feature?
Yeah, the shoulder and my calf. I just have a big calf for no reason. Here we
You
go
don't
with
have
the Asian thing. We have a big calf. We do. I don't train much my calf, but the calf is there. But he's just there.
so you don't have calves, you have bulls.
Yeah. So yeah, shoulder I always like, built, I guess the shoulder I built well, but just my back and my glutes is always from the day one. They just trying so hard. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing
yeah.
is it's bodybuilding is a process. The training, the dieting. I know, like family and friends. Because
Hmm.
your family sit back in Japan.
Right.
You have friends with Ann. Is there anybody else in your life that supports you? Because that's one thing about bodybuilding is to have people that support you.
Yes, I do have a yeah. Couple my best friend, boyfriend. Yeah, but I don't really go too much around. I like to be my own kind of, because when I'm in the prep, I'm just be really hungry and cranky. So like my people know like, oh, she started my her prep because she's cranky. So they kind of leave me alone, and I like to be my zone in the bubble. So some people are good at it, but I just like to be focused. I like to be, so I get quiet. Normally I'm like da, 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 but then when the prep comes, I get quiet. So my around no, so nicely they just leave me alone. So I appreciate those people, like like respect my sports that I do. So yeah, so after when done, like, oh, I made the food, so come see me, you can eat now. So I have a good people around, but then small people, not too many people, because sometimes on the prep, like people ask me what you been eating, so how much you weigh. It is like it's so many questions. I'm like,
Yeah, it can be frustrating because people don't understand that. But then if people accept you who you are, they know who you are. They know
mm-hmm,
this sport is about you, not so much about them. Like I talk to ladies where sometimes we have discussions of how people behave. I even talk about on my channel how people have different assumptions when it comes to women and muscle. There's the other side. We talk about how people always say that okay, you're taking steroids, you're taking this and that and that, this and that, and you just build
mm-hmm,
this muscle. But it's not as easy as that. As again, you have to
right,
be disciplined. You have to be consistent. It's not so much motivation. It's about understanding how much effort you put into it. It's not
right,
meant for everybody.
right.
Get into it.
It is, and then some people just don't understand it, because if you're not bodybuilder, you don't know well, some people, everybody's like I say different, but it's hunger, and we work for just a couple minutes of moment on the stage. You know what I mean? So work, gym, it's torture myself to, I can't have anything I want to eat. And so yeah, it's hard, like like the people that just living like a not a bodybuilder that just asking me. I know they have a lot of question. When's the next competition? What's your how many calorie you this, and so many questions. But like I'm like, oh, I just want to be in the bubble. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. You just like to be like as my other guy say. You just like to be yourself. You just enjoy what you do,
yeah.
and you don't like the frustration of it. You just like to be your
Hmm.
own personality. But while I have you here, Yukina, I want to ask you something. What was that thing after your last competition that gave you desire? Because food is often a pleasure, but also a tool for a bodybuilder. So, what was that thing after your last show that was calling you? That thing that was your weakness?
That circle thing. So what is that? Was a week? What is it? And
like, like, especially after your last show, and you are trying to get a chance to eat something with some sugar, some salt.
yeah,
What was?
always donuts. I always research my donuts. everywhere I go, I just reach. It's just get out of the donuts area, like just different donuts. So this time too, it's just my eyes want it. So I had like I'm in a break, like between the prejudge and the final. That's when I get the donuts because by then donuts are gonna be not good.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, so I trying to get it in the between, so it's sitting at the room. So once done, so Ann gets mad at me because just had the two donuts. I'm like, why are you gonna get it 12 donuts?
Well, Ann shouldn't be talking anything. She's the one. She's the donut freak.
She
Her and
is, but
Sheena.
she know how to control the food. Me, that's my problem, and then I can't. I love food.
I love it too. I mean, but sometimes I got to be a little smarter because I was one point I was almost 500 pounds
Oh
because
wow.
yeah, I was taking care of my mom for quite a long time, and if you know anybody
Oh,
taking care of
that's
a family
right.
member that's been sick, and and it can be stressful. And food is seen as a comfort, but as bodybuilders, it seems is your tool of your growth or your process. That's one thing we think about. They don't think about it like how somebody explained it to me. The body's not built; it's just in the gym. It's also built in the kitchen, like you
Yes.
know the right foods, the right
True.
amounts. You do micro counts also.
No.
So just whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I try a different thing in off season and just mess around sometimes, but most likely I just follow the words. The ends give me the menu and then I follow and yeah.
Well, that's good. It's good to have a plan and to stick to it because you know what, it can be easy to be diverted, especially when we go to shows. We see these beautiful bodies up there. Women like yourself, and and we don't understand that you are tired, you're dehydrated, you're hungry. You're waiting just to finish up. So you know what, when it's final, so I can go ahead and give myself something to eat or just something, just whatever. We don't understand what y'all go through. And that's why I do
Right.
these interviews. Reach out to women like yourself to share your stories, to meet people to learn what is, not most inspires you, what drives you to compete in such a very extreme sport like bodybuilding.
Can you explain to me a little easier?
Oh, sorry. I mean, like what
Sorry.
drives you into a sport like bodybuilding, like the extremeness of it.
Ah, hmm. It's became to be my lifestyle. It's like so I have to go in the gym. I have to move my body. It just been my lifestyle. So and I always had the goal that not that I want to go in Olympia. I always had the goal to I want a body like that. So that always keep me pushing. You know what I mean? Like when I was in New York doing a backup dancing the time, like I was so skinny, so they be, my friend be like, ah, you're so skinny, 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 and I hated it. You know what I mean? So that turned into more motivation, and I want to keep going. But right now, just this age, I just want to see how far I can go. You know what I mean? Like before was like I want to get the pro card. That was just my things. Now I want to be a top five. I want to go Masters Olympia. So I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, just trying to enjoy right now. Like not eh, you know not too crazy. Like I gotta get that top five. I gotta get a first place. I'm not in the stage. I think I'm trying to more enjoy it. And I do have a client in Japan. So more like I wanna pass them around with how posing or whatever it is that I learned the stuff that I want to just pass them to Youngie kind of. So yeah.
Would you ever want to go back and open up business in Japan, or you feel like this is more your home now in the United States?
Difficult. I'm not. Yes and no. I feel like more I can do bodybuilding like more business like business or more I can be more bodybuilding in Japan because of small amount of like people that do in the bodybuilding. Plus, they don't have people to train them. Like they don't have much especially female physique or figure that like they don't have anybody that much coach or trainer or posing coach. So that is great. But here it's like so many pro here. You know what I mean? US, so you have to be really like be top to be out there. Feel like, and then also I think I don't know. Yeah, so I'm in the. I love here. I love there. And, but in the future, I do want to go back to Japan though. Like in future.
Well, I think that's something you can shoot for. You can bring like we feel like the day we feel like what, I've done all the bodybuilding I can do. I've gone as far as I've gone, and maybe I want to go over there and see how what I can bring from my experience here to there. And maybe there are there. I think it's just that, especially as you said, Japan's a very reserved country, and I think some people have to. What I learned through this process of doing bodybuilding, you have to be uncomfortable being comfortable of being uncomfortable. You have to learn to get out of your own way, and
Yeah.
maybe to maybe not be so traditional. Like what was the old tradition? Like you walk like 5 feet behind your man, and you bow and
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I
Yes.
think
Let me
it's hard.
open the door for you. Like no.
Yeah, but so it's hard to break those traditions. Like
Right.
yeah.
But at the same time, the gym is awesome in the US. More space because Japan is so small country. So the gym is just so small, and you're gonna take the shoes off. You have a tattoo. You can comes in. So it's for me it's tough with that situation too. So
Yeah, I remember I did a panel with some of the ladies that did the Masters O, and they told me about that. That some of them have tattoos to cover them up. They couldn't even bring their own video recording thing because they don't like that
no,
because their privacy. I mean,
right,
it's very clean. You can't eat out the street stuff like that. I remember one lady because she has an issue
right.
that she ate some ice cream and she usually don't eat ice cream, but it didn't bother her. She enjoyed it. She loved it. It was a great experience, but it's just different when you go to someplace else. Like
Very,
you go to another
very
country.
strict, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of it's tough. Like you can just I don't know. It's more gym is I love gym here, and even more person to person. Let's say if I need a help, I can talk to them. Can you help me, or what kind of workout you doing, and we can have a conversation. But in Japan, it's very it's not gonna bother your training, so I'm not gonna say anything to them, or nobody not gonna say nothing to me. So very even the gym it's quiet. So that kind of stuff I do love US more, like more free to work out how you wanna work out. Some
Mhm.
people listen to singing and they're doing and all that stuff too, and nobody don't care, but in Japan's not allowed to. So yeah, so that's the little different culture, different that I need to think about where I'm gonna be. Who know I'm gonna be somewhere and could it be the Africa, Europe, never know for me. So
Yeah. Like I said, bodybuilding is getting worldwide. I mean,
yeah,
I've interviewed one lady who I interviewed was at that show. Tiana Flex. She's from South Africa. She was
okay.
me and her husband. We did a live. Had to get up early, early in the morning. For me, was like I think about 7 o'clock, and because like in the morning, I'm just getting the cold out of my eye. I had to put some water on my face and
Right,
get
right,
ready. But
right.
you know what? It's doing this content. I get to learn something. I get to different people, different cultures. Again, for me, my challenge is about recognizing you ladies. And I have a saying, it may not be the 80s, but I'm down with the ladies. I really admire and respect you. And I have to, if I told Aaron this, she now, I must very smell y'all ladies. You kind of excite me, your muscles and your bodies are just,
Right.
the other guys see every now and then, but I use it as my cover. But I mean, I gotta respect the dedication of it, the work y'all put in, the effort, because most people again wouldn't do what y'all do.
Yeah, I think bodybuilders' mental is very strong. I really think it's mental sports also. So you know what I mean? Like we're really strong mind to it, I think.
Yeah, yeah. That's when you have a strong mind because you know what you got to be out there presenting yourself, and you know, some people will be afraid to get out there nearly butt naked, you know, and you have people looking at you and judging you, you know, and then also dealing with society view of women with muscle. You know, again, there's a
Yeah.
flip side. There's the guys who may not like it because you know they'll think it's feminine. There's guys who might like it a little more. Like I say this sometimes, you might be at a show and everybody's cheering. That's our friend Yukini. Yay, yeah, how you go?
Yeah.
And there's a guy say, "Yeah, who's that hot line? I'm making my geisha girl." And say, "Hey, you thick fool, calm down." You know.
Right. I should laugh like, like,
Now you hanging out being a dancer. You hang out with us for a long time, so you
yeah.
you know. Shout out to our man KL, the one that coming through. He says, shout out to my man KL. He says, "Hey, what's up? Just saw my man KL did an interview with the lovely Miss
Hey,
Ray
hey,
Holt,
hey.
American Gladiator, known as Zap. Shout out to him. Great interview, brother. I watched it. I'm gonna post later and support him because he's my brother. He lives in New York too. He's New York. He's gonna be going to the New York Pro in
Okay.
a couple of days. Shout out to me. He does
Nice.
content. Maybe he might reach out to you for an interview. So you know, we're not gonna hold Yukina too much longer. I know she's a busy lady. You know, she got a lot of stuff to do. Um, what are the plans now? You know, I got your qualification for the Masters O. Are there any more shows you want to shoot for, or you feel like you want to just focus on the Masters O?
Yeah, so I was planning to go to Pittsburgh, the Masters Pittsburgh. I was, but like you know what, I was talking to Ann too, but I kind of needed my body to rest, and I just want to focus on no more dieting right now for me to like. I just want to focus on my glutes and my lat. Like it's been forever things that I gotta work on, but I kind of want to put like I want a different approach to build. So I think it will be 1 year. When's the Masters Olympics? September?
I'm because the Olympia
August.
for
Well,
August,
August.
because you know,
August.
because they moved the Olympia for this year to September.
Right.
Masters is going to be August. I forgot which date. They probably will announce we're going to have the show at exactly. I feel like they're going to. It might. I think I agree with you. It might be in the states, but because there's more competitors here
Yeah.
than overseas. But yeah, it's going to be August. So you would take the rest of your off, just rest and focus on that.
Yes,
Maybe
I think so. And then also you talk about the, earlier with the money things, it's so much so expensive. So I've, I don't have enough. I mean, some people have, good money. I need to hit the lottery or something, but like, I just gonna, build for either next year or, you know, I just wanna just, a little bit more save up money. And also I need to put more muscle to it. And then just wanna just wanna go to Masters Olympia. So yeah, that's my plan.
yeah, that's a good plan. As my other guy says, I don't have a plan, Yukini. I'm just a dog chasing cars. I don't know if I ever get one. You know. Shout out to my man KL here. He says, uh, "What's happening? Not much, but what about you?" And he also says this. He says, I like your uh, tattoo.
Tattoo.
Yeah, and
Thank you,
start there
thank you.
and give it a shout out to me. He said, appreciate it. You're welcome, brother. So so you got a lot of tattoos. How many you got?
well, well, I have somewhere. That's it.
Mhm. It's quite a few. I mean, I'm not much for tattoos. I think
It- Yeah,
mhm.
I was young, I didn't think I'm going to Japan. I'm gonna cover everything. In the summertime, it's not gonna wear long sleeve. I didn't think that, but oh well.
Well, that's the thing. We do things that we're young that we think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's the thing.
stupid.
Yeah, but we're young. We learn from those. Those are like experiences. We learn from those experiences, and they make us the person we need to be. And you talk about being skinny and being a dancer. Here's the thing I found out: quite a few ballerinas. If you ever seen a ballerina, those girls they have like I've seen like I was watching this thing where I see like a ballerina dancing. You can see under her leotard she has abs.
No,
you
that's where I
you are.
was at. So I did the ballet and the rhythmic gymnastics, grew up. So that's why I was this skinny.
Yeah, yeah. You're just
That is
skinny.
that skinny.
You got to
Just
stand on your tiptoes.
yes. And then the rib is showing like all bony, like
Yeah,
that's where I was at.
there's a lot of, I think, anorexia and bulimia in that part because you have to come in very certain smiles. Because remember the movie called Black Swan with
Yeah.
Natalie Portman. We talked
Hmm.
about there's
Yeah.
so much go around that. But the thing is, like, it's almost in any sports. Where even I do content on stuff like mixed martial arts and combat sports. Where you have to come in a certain weight style.
Right.
And that's tough. Wrestling. We have to come
Right.
to a certain weight, and that's where I see some, especially when it comes to women, I see some comparisons in combat sports and women bodybuilding because you're not as popular compared to the men. You don't get as much attention. Everybody looks at you because you're doing something that's considered very masculine. But
Hmm.
again, this is something about you. If that's their problem, that's their problem.
Right.
Yeah. So again, we're not going to keep them much longer. We do appreciate her time. Congratulations to
Thank you
getting
so much.
again, you don't have to thank me. This is why, to quote my hero, The Dark Knight, you never have to. I enjoy doing these interviews with ladies. One thing I wish I could do, really I can do,
Mhm.
is sponsor, because sponsorship does help to cover the costs, some suits, the travel, the food endorsements help.
Yeah,
If I could do
that's the
that, I would love to sponsor. But you got to be careful, some guys out there, because you see this. Hey, George gets interview this hot Asian chick. Yeah, I want to reach out to her. Yeah, yeah. She make me some little mongoon pie or something. No, no, you sick freak. You. Come on, you guys. I mean, I've seen stuff. I heard stories.
Trust me. Yeah, I know. I get all this that get messy.
But this is what is, if you are someone seriously and genuinely interested in sponsoring athletes, especially uh, Yukini, reach out with genuine interest. Like, have like this Miss Betz, you have a particular personality about yourself. Your story of coming from Japan to US and coming here and finding yourself a life and being a dancer and what you're doing now in the sport of bodybuilding. This is something that will interest us as a company. So if you're interested in being part of a company, being a brand ambassador, if our product is something that helps you in your process, we would love to help you grow and develop more in your path as a bodybuilder. So let us know if whatever we can do for you, we can do for us, and have a good relationship.
Great. I appreciate it. I love that.
I wish I could do that. I wish I could.
It's an
So the last,
excuse to go to North Carolina and eat some food too,
yeah,
right?
we got some
Fried
good food down
stuff.
here. All right, fried chicken, barbecue's pretty good. I think we're a little better than Texas.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. So my last question for you: what would you
Yes.
want towards your future as a bodybuilder?
You know what? When I get older, like 60, 70, whatever, I want to be still look good. Like, damn, that is even, well, it's a body, it's not going to be a bodybuilder, but when I my vision body that I reached it, don't care about the praise or whatever. Long as I agree with my body that I made it, like it's an art. After that, I just want to be a funky old lady with the muscle. That's what I'm going for. I might have a cane, but I'm like, yeah, let me,
Yeah,
friends.
so she'd be somebody's grandma and be like, "Hey, dude, that grandma's really buff." So,
Oh yeah, that's what I want to be. All this, youngie be turning around like, did you see the old lady with the muscle? That's what I want. I want to be.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think this is the thing about this sport of bodybuilding, and especially developed muscle. It doesn't stop Father Time, but it slows
Yeah,
it down a little bit. And
he
I've talked to
does.
ladies. A lady I had an interview a while back. She's just turned 77, and she looks still great for her age.
Oh wow.
It's just it's there's some good aspects to it, but also some bad aspects to it. The dehydration, the tiredness,
Right.
also there's a lot of risk to it. But the thing is, this is a sport about dedication and
Mhm.
also consistency and discipline. Most of all, it's not if it's not meant for you, then it's not meant for you. But you know what?
Right.
Don't knock down somebody who does it like yourself.
Right. I enjoy very much. So, that's the only thing. It's like a more not a meditation. Some people go on a yoga and then just to relax it. Like when I go in the gym, it just anything if a bad happen or anything, it just totally pitch black clear. So that's why it's like my what is called yeah my peace zone for me for the gym. So
Home
yeah,
away
I'm
from
just
home.
gonna keep I'm gonna keep going till you know whatever this I say. Okay, this is enough. So I'm keep going.
Yeah. Like Roger Bro said, like best like this. It's not my how hard you thinking hits, how hard you take the hit and keep moving forward. That's how
Right,
winning is done.
right.
I love the Rocky movies. Hey yo,
Oh
Adrian!
no.
Hoo, hoo, hoo. I love this. So yeah.
Uh,
So we folks, I like to thank again Yakini for coming through here and share her story. Congratulations to her. Best of
Thank you
luck to
so
her. I
much.
know I think Ann said she's gonna do the you might want to if you can go hang with her and just be there for her support.
Ooh.
And I think Ann said she might be doing the
Pittsburgh, yeah, I love to go there. Like it's not too far the driving too. So if I'm not working or anything, I love to go see her if she's compete because she's not sure yet. I think
yeah, she's not
if
no,
she's
she's not,
yeah
she's on the fence, But like I
yeah
said, there's like I say, there's Pittsburgh is next week, New York's is this week, and then there's
right
some other shows. But this is really for start for women's physique for their Olympic qualification for the main Olympia. But like I said, she's done pretty good in women's bodybuilding, done pretty good in her in physique, got her first
right
qualification in 2024 in Olympia. And like I said, whatever she feels like she want to work it. Then you think about it, you both got your master's O qualification. That can go
right
together.
right. But I think she's really good to go there because Sandy is gonna be judging or something, right?
Yeah,
Sandy's
Cindy
gonna be
Williams.
judging.
I
Yeah,
think she's
so that way, she can get the feedback being a bodybuilder or changing from physique to bodybuilding stuff. So I think that'd be good for her too, like, front of Sandy. But yeah,
yes,
me, I'm definitely need to build.
yeah.
Need to build
And
like her back. Her back is a ridiculous. So
yeah, she does have that. She has a great back
crazy.
developed. Of course, I
Wing.
think. Yeah, I
Right.
think she said. I think a big problem is her waistline because it's not.
Yes.
It's, yeah, because
That's
you
what
look
she
at
was saying.
yeah, that's the biggest problem. But yeah, like the thing is, work on your strength as much as your weaknesses. Anyway, so hey, folks, we'd like to thank Yukini for coming through. Shout out to my guests that were here, my man, Creator, my man, Ronald, my brothers, KL the Wanderer, and Josh. Whoever watched this videos, follow, subscribe, support. Reach out to these ladies with genuine interests. Support them, because this is a tough sport. You have anybody you want to get a shot to before we let you go?
Nothing much. I just need to hit the lottery. If somebody hit the lottery, help me. That's it.
She wants a sugar daddy guy. Say, hey,
No,
so guys,
I
again,
didn't say that. Nothing sugar out there. I just gonna work hard in that. But you know what? Other than that, I'm just appreciate the you support the bodybuilding. There's so many people out there that support the bodybuilding. So that just so appreciated. And then you know Anne's been always there for me. Training and the coach. So yeah, I just gonna keep pushing. So one day I can just be my best physique that I can show on the stage. So I'm just gonna keep going and to keep working. Just keep just going through. That's what I need to do.
uh, well, another guy got something to say to you. He can't help himself. He's the other guy. He says, "Oh yeah, you can't. I want to tell you something. Now, you are beautiful." I would say, "Konnichiwa."
Oh boy.
I'm sorry about him. I try to keep him in control, but he completes me. So, I would say again, domo amagato, and
Yeah, time to
best
say
of luck.
sayonara.
Sayonara. Yeah,
Sayonara.
yeah. For you, Quilo, that's in Chinese. That's Quilo. It's for you, Gaijin, as they call.
Yeah, guys. Yeah,
Gaijin. It's
guys.
different language. Again, that's my little bit. So, folks, if you want to follow her, the links in the description of this live. Check her out. No weird stuff. Be respectful, guys. Reach out and genuine. If you are someone who hit the lottery, you want to share with her. Hey, come on, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
Right. It doesn't hurt.
So again, man, thank you, Domo Magato, and the best of luck to you.
Thank you so much to have me.
All right. Solid now. Anyway, folks, this is Always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. Good night, good luck, God bless, and see you next time.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.